Hello friends, welcome to another short bridge video, 5 deals. We will look at our usual playground, at least for the past year or years, the weekly free instant tournament today. Today is Tuesday, the 17th of February. So these hands will be available for you to play yourself until this Friday. And here we are in the weekly freeze and tournament board one. Let me log out just to give the path for those. I probably should leave the table just to show those who are not used to how to get there. It's the solitaire tab, weekly free instant tournament. And here is board one. We have a clear 1-0 trump opening bid. There won't be a lot of divergence there. And this won't be a very challenging play either. The only hurdle is for us to keep that king of hearts as an entry, because diamonds might be 4-1 with West having a singleton jack or 10, in which case we should cash the ace and king, verify that West has a singleton 10, go back to dummy with the king of hearts, and finesse in diamonds against East's 10 or jack 4. It's not the case, so I'll just claim 5 tricks for us. 57%, which is already more than I expected. I expected this to be very, very flat, but there's always some mishap elsewhere. Okay, this is another 1-0 trump opening bid, but not as cheerful as the first one. Although if we find a fit, it will not be so bad. It's a good hand to play in hearts, but not a great hand to play in no trump. Now, partner, is this sequence for the robots. Different systems deal with it differently, but this sequence is the way to invite and check for a 4-4 spade fit. The way the robots play, my 2 hearts did not deny spades, and they don't have a way to invite with a balanced hand opposite without looking for a major suit fit, without going through a stamen. They use the sequence 1-0 trump, 2-0 trumps for other purposes. And so if he had bid 2-0 trumps here, he would have denied 4 spades. And what he's doing now, he's basically saying 2-0 trumps while showing 4 spades. So I don't have an acceptance. We should just sign off into no trumps. And indeed, he has an invitation with 4 spades. Now that 7 of clubs is an interesting card because I have so many club honors that it's hard to see how the West fits with a typical lead. So East should have something like Queen Jack, Queen 10, doubleton. That leaves West with King Jack, 8-7, or King 10, 8-7. That would be the most likely layout here. So Queen Jack doubleton in East, King 10, 8-7 in West is the most likely layout. Now, sometimes a robot leads from short suits, so the clubs can still be 3-3 also, which means that maybe we should duck this trick. But winning it will be useful if clubs are as I suspect they are, if we can drive out West's entry so that they can't run clubs. Well, not duck. I'll hope that West has the ace of spades. I don't know if we can read hitches by the robots. That would be a first in my experience. But that was a very strange delay from East. And if he were a human player, I would definitely be thinking that he just ducked the ace of spades. Luckily, I don't have to decide anything. I just duck a diamond at this point. Now, that is a card I didn't expect to see here. I can't believe that West led from King Queen 10-7, the 7. That would be a very strange lead. But that appears to be the case, indeed. At least there is a diamond shift. That diamond is very welcome. We can pitch a heart, I guess. Two diamond discards, so my diamonds are high. And now is the moment of truth, and I don't see why West would lead a spade from the ace here. He should break hearts for sure if he had the ace of spades. So I will assume that he doesn't have it in sync with that hitch. Okay, so now we can basically claim the hand. Diamonds are high. And East was kind of squeezed, but not quite. He could let go of his hearts. But he didn't know that. I'm talking about East here with the 5 diamonds and the 3 hearts of the queen. The run of the clubs embarrassed him a little bit, but he should have discarded at least 1 heart rather than 2 diamonds. 1 diamond and a heart, maybe. Anyway, now we have a third one of Trump opening bid. That's the theme of the day. And this is a straight acceptance. And it's a game acceptance as well. I have a fit, and I have aces to play in a Trump contract. That is a very nice hand. And indeed, we are in sight of losing 2 spades and a heart. Or if we want to count winners, we are in sight of getting 5 heart tricks if we lose the queen of hearts, ace, king, and ace, and a spade ruff. So we should go about that spade ruff before messing with trumps. And now we can draw trumps and pitch that spade in the king of clubs, making 5. We would have made 4 if they had a trump trick. Board number 4 it's a double, a reasonable double. We are happy with the way the bidding went. We're not unhappy with a 4 heart bid by partner. We got some work to do here. This is the kind of hand in which you should be counting winners rather than losers, by the way. So spades should be 6-3. East should have king, queen of spades, which leaves him barely enough room for another honor, but not 2. So he doesn't have the king of clubs and the ace of diamonds. Clearly, our best chance at maximum tricks would be the club finesse, giving us 5 tricks, plus 4 trumps, 9, plus the ace of spades, 10, plus a diamond, 11, which means we only need 1 ruff in south. We don't need 2 ruffs. We need only 1 ruff to get to 12. And so probably we should finesse in clubs immediately because that will make it harder for them to duck. And the situation in which this is really costly is when he has a singleton club, which is a situation from which he might have led a club. In other words, I won't play him for a singleton club, but we can ruff a spade now and try to draw trumps. So that if trumps are 4-1, they are not. You can just basically claim at this point, even with clubs of 4-1, We should draw the last trump and establish clubs with a ruff if they are for one, with the king of clubs as an entry. And as expected, they are not for one at all. So 11 tricks. It's good to plan for contingencies, though. And this is the final board of this video, and another exciting decision, 21 high card points. I wouldn't expect this to be good enough for a 2-club opening bid, so I'll start with 1 diamond. 2-club opening bids based on long minors should be extra powerful, by the way. But now the typical bid would be 3 no trumps. You see, he says solid 7 card, but nah, not really solid. But we really don't want to stop short of game, and any other bid would be misleading, showing a suit that we don't have, things like that. And the void in diamonds is disappointing, but we have 8 top tricks, 5 clubs, ace, king, and ace. They led our weakest spot, so we might go down here. We should at least try to win that queen, which we did. That is not bad. So now we have 9 and some hopes for 10, establishing the ace of diamonds. Now let's count our tricks so as to tighten up the position for any possible squeeze here. We have 5 clubs, 1 diamond, 6, 2 hearts, 8, 2 spades, 10, which means we should lose 1 more trick. We should duck this trick. So we now have only 1 loser. And now we cash the queen of diamonds, discarding a spade. And focus on that heart and on the jack of diamonds. So if the jack of diamonds appears somewhere, we of course will keep the 10. And if the last heart becomes established, you don't know how they were breaking, but we'll assume 4-4 for the moment. They are pitching a bunch of spades already, so I'm hopeful. 1 heart pitch only, which means there's still 1 heart out. So basically we'll have to hope that the last heart is with West and the jack of spades as well. Nope. So East is keeping both the heart and the diamond, which means we did not have the communications for a squeeze. But we got another good score. So this is a nice run to begin with. You may finish this tournament by yourself if you wish. I won't play the last 3 deals. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.